Hi, Derpy Moose 99 here with Banished with megamod. This is episode 12. Couple things I want to say just at the start here, some updates. One, I really appreciate all the comments and questions and stuff that I'm getting. I really didn't expect anybody to be watching this series, so I really appreciate it, and it makes me happy. So if you have more questions, please ask. Also, we had the issue last time of the two industry suppliers not attracting traders. So I realized going through some of the forums that I have an old version of megamod 9. I thought I'd upgraded. The Black Liquid site itself seemed to be under maintenance, but the download page still works. So I found a link to that. So I've upgraded to megamod 9. I think it was a version that came out last month. And I've also added the no smoke mod to maybe help our frame rates. And a mod that was on the site called Busy Pastures, which makes pastures a little more robust. So I loaded that up, did the updates, and I let it run for quite a while. And these two industry suppliers didn't attract anybody still. So I'm guessing because I started on an older version of megamod, upgraded to a newer but still old version, and then I probably am dragging some bug through those upgrades. So the other thing I did notice though is if I go into the trade ports here, I was using the ones from this tab, this industry supplier here, but on the specialized trade, which is the next tab over, it's got, where was it here? Industry trade ports as opposed to industry trade suppliers. And I'm going to try this. Actually, let's put two of them in and see if that makes any difference. Now, if these don't work, I'm going to be in a tough jam here because the whole strategy depends on selling firewood and furniture and, you know, later tools and things like that, but all things that use logs. So if I can't get a steady supply of logs, it might be in a case where we might have to stop the series and restart with the latest version of megamod right from fresh. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to try these industry trade ports. Hopefully they work. And if that's the case, I'll come down and I'll delete these two industry supplier ports that we added. Okay, let's have a quick review of where we're at. So we have 1,355. I let this run for a few minutes just to test out the suppliers. 1,355 citizens. We're 97% educated. Our health is 4 out of 5. And our food graphs are looking pretty good here. Scary good, actually. Something's got to go wrong. We're at 221,000 food. Around 6,000 fuel. 1,837 tools. Iron's still fairly low at 151. Logs are 312. So logs are our major problem right now. Okay. So I think just before we... Oh, the other thing too I noticed when I was clicking through is I have derped on the schools. Those ones aren't too bad there, but there's a lot of these schools that are at max or near max. Yeah. So I picked these one-room schoolhouses because there's two upgrades. We're going to go right for the Farmers College upgrade up to 80. But in order to facilitate that, I think we're going to have to build a few more schools so we can go through the upgrade process. Okay. There's one of our wool pens come up here. What the heck's going on with you guys? Hide coats. These were producing wool. What's going on here? Ah, the latest version of megamod has changed the recipes on us here. Okay, we're gonna have to go through and change these. So wool coats now take 2 wool. Looks like a bunch of different options. We'll have to go through that. But let's get these all changed over. Okay, now where was our other coats? Up here. Now we were making linen. That looks like that hasn't changed. Wool coat. What's going on here? What are our options? There's linen coat for 2 linen. Linen and wool for warm coat. Let's just go for the linen. Okay, interesting. So I wonder if there's any other changes. Steel tools look okay still. Yeah, we had some more tailors here. Leather and cloth, no. Just put you on wool and you. Yeah, we are getting a little bit of leather. Why don't we go warm coat, leather, and wool? Yeah. Okay, that's all our tailors, I think. Okay, schools. Let's deal up the schools. Okay, this place only has 1. Okay, let's get some schools slammed in here. Okay, and yeah, there's just 1 up here as well. Okay, that one's not too bad. That one's near capacity. And what have we got over here? Okay, so the upgrade strategy we'll use here is we're going to upgrade, once these 2 extra ones are built, we'll upgrade from the center out, and then that'll move the students away from the population areas. Then we'll upgrade the ones in the remoter regions, and that should redistribute the students back to the schools. Now, why that matters is the longer the school or student is from the school, the longer they're in school for. So what this is probably doing to us here with a sort of iffy setup on the schools is probably causing, a loss of productive lifespan, if you will, as people aren't graduating until into their 20s or something like that. So we need to take care of that. The other thing is, I am almost 200 behind on houses, so I think if we don't put houses in, we're going to get into a big jam where everybody's going to age out on us, and we'll get into a bit of a death spiral. So I think we'll put a bunch of houses in. Now we've added all the firewood production, etc. here, and not really a lot of houses. Okay, and while I think of it too, there was a great suggestion to put in some dark chicken coops. Sort of just to go off in a random direction here, but I think... Oh, I already did that. Okay, so we have chicken coops, so they're just waiting for eggs. Okay, let's go back to putting the houses in. Okay, it looks like our bridge built up here as well too. Our stone supply's back on track, so I should start putting stone roads in instead of these dirt roads I've been using. more houses over here. Okay, I'd like to build some more farms and stuff here, so let's get some houses here as well. Now, this may turn out to be stupid adding all these houses, but I think we're way behind, and our food is really good right now. Sounds like famous last words. Okay, our dark mine's down to 86. We're gonna have to deal up lamp oil at some point here. 67, 87. Okay, those are going down fairly quickly. Okay, and the other thing I want to do is I want to expand down to this lake. But it's really hard to expand a long distance without support. And I think expanding these, this farming area makes sense too. But I think if we put another market in here, and we'll have to move the hospital. And I think a few... And for good measure, I think we should put a school here too. Alright. Now, you might be thinking that's a lot of stuff to queue up for building, and it is. But if we look at our citizens here, we have over 140 laborers, so let's go to 100 on the builders, and that leaves us 107 laborers to make sure the crops come in. Okay. And I think because of the log issue, I want to prioritize our industry trade ports here, our experiment. And I think, let's hope these work. So I'm going to put in some storage here. I think for starters, we'll just go log and stone. Alright, so log stockpile, stone stockpile. Okay, let's prioritize all of that stuff. Oh, the other thing too I added while I was testing our industry suppliers is a glassworks in here. And that's starting to produce glass. So over here, actually let's make, oh, and then while here too, while I was testing this town tithe barn came out. It's huge. So this barn was full mostly of water, so let's upgrade that. And hopefully everything will get moved over there. It'd be interesting to see how much a full storage barn, how much of a dent that makes into the tithe barn. Okay, getting distracted again. Okay, now, there's the greenhouses in here. Yeah, that take glass. So, let's put a couple of these in. And now I did notice on our greenhouses here, we were only getting around 400 or so a year. This was up to 672, so I'm thinking that we didn't have enough housing near here, so people were probably walking a long way to work. So I had slammed in about 10 or 12 houses down here in the docks and a few up around the town. So I've been bad-mouthing these greenhouses, but let's actually wait until all these houses are built and check that again. Okay, and let's watch our tailors and see if the... And we did reset these to wool, yeah. I guess you probably shouldn't upgrade the mod on a save file. Like, I should have probably restarted way back when, but we'll see how this goes. I have big hopes on these industry trade ports working. Okay, the leather's out of there and they've got wool now, so... Oh, I wonder if that changed. There's still dress coats. What did we change? Did we change to linen clothing, right? Linen clothing, yeah. I'm not... We'll just update this. I'm gonna leave the dress coats in there and see if they still exist. Or... I didn't have it in there. Oh, there was some in here. Why does this one not have wool? Okay, put 100 there. And 100 there. Now, we don't have many coats right now. In fact, we have 0. But as we build more of these... Oh, I produced a bit of leather. Interesting. I really want to max that out for trade and sort of get our dependence maybe a bit away from logs. Our perfume's doing okay. We have almost 1,000 extra, so... Okay, let's see where these traders go. I'm just gonna... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've got that mod for the pastures, so... I think in this new location we should build a few pastures. Okay, food we don't care about right now. We're over 200,000 food. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, somebody was freezing and there's... Yeah, right beside the firewood factories. That means somebody's walking a long way. Yeah, setup isn't ideal. I should probably have a few more bridges and a lot more stone roads. But right now, we have 100 builders out of a required 373, so if I can ever restrain myself from building lots of stuff, we'll do a massive road upgrade, which might actually help our productivity as well too. Okay. Where's our trade ports? Okay. Yeah, 64 logs each might be a bit of a challenge, but that's the thing with this game. You need logs so that you can get more logs. So if you're out of logs, yeah. Now we still have some foresters bravely working away, so I think between the two ports that are working and the foresters, that's sort of keeping us up here now. If things get really desperate, we can disable the furniture makers. They go through a lot of logs. But I actually want to expand them, so just because it's such a good trade good. Okay, one trade port is ready here. Let's maybe just prioritize the ports themselves. Yeah, still nothing to the third and fourth suppliers here. Yeah, stone's a bit low. Why don't we buy a little bit extra? Okay. Some more traders, so let's see. I'm still sort of fascinated by these two docks that don't seem to be working. No, original dock again. All right. You know, this fishery, it was doing okay. I'll keep an eye on it, but building these two docks right in their fishing area is probably not going to help them. Yeah, so I'll come back and check that fishery in a while. Might have to just move it, or we are 193,000 food, so now would be a good time to relocate it. Okay, time for an impatient, unnecessary priority. Oh, one of our schoolhouses is building. This is good. Okay, and our trade port came up at the same time, so let's... Okay, now this... Okay, let's upgrade that to a college. And immediately the students moved over. We probably have too many teachers, right? Yeah. Okay, and let's go look at our trade port here. So first of all, let's see what we can trade for. Oh, I guess we have to wait for a trader. Alright. Oh, wow, the other ones had a limit of 5. This is 8. Let's see how it runs on 5. Okay, let's go 5 workers. And for inventory, we'll mimic what we have in the other ones. Okay, so it was 800 firewood, 100 furniture. Oh, we won't put dress codes because those don't appear to be makeable anymore, but we'll go 100 linen coats. It says clothing, but I hope that's coats. We'll go 600 perfume. And the wool coats will go 100. Firewood, wool coats, perfume, furniture, linen. Okay, and a purchase. On arrival, we will buy 2,000 logs. And I think 100 stone. And I think we'll set these guys for just log and stone just to start with. To try and max out the two things that we really need. Alright. I have high hopes for you. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Oh, the other trade port's coming up here too. Sure would be nice to get a steady supply of logs here and expand some of our things like furniture and stuff. Luckily the tools are 2,300 and fuel is still 6,400, so we're not terrible there. Okay, there's a trader. Domesticated animals. Let's... We're making them, but we're making them slowly. Why don't we try and buy these? How much perfume do we have? Okay, we need additional 614, so 154. Wow. Okay, anything else useful here? No, what can we set for orders? Flowers, maybe tallow would be helpful. I'm not going to say domesticated animals, those are expensive and we're making them anyway, so we'll just buy that one batch. Maybe reeds for fire bundles. Our production isn't great, so we'll set that every visit. Now, actually ordering stuff makes it more expensive, but it's a good way to get consistent materials that you want. Okay, so we'll dismiss you. So all we have is firewood and perfume in here. I think that's probably good enough for now. Okay, you can run. Okay, I really derped out on those schools, so hopefully we can address that situation before it gets too ugly. Okay, yeah, see this school is full here. How do I want to do this? Put a teacher in there. This one's probably serving the dock workers, so let's upgrade this one. Okay, that probably means we're down a teacher. Okay. And this guy... only 24 of 25 went over, so... The other one must have gone somewhere different. I think we have small schools on the dock, or one anyways. Okay, so once our food supply from the farms came up, everybody stopped consuming water, so one thing we may want to think about... Yeah, we've got tons of water here. I think what I should probably do is put some of these on vacation. Okay, so let's bring up our jobs board here. I think those are under vendors. Yeah. Okay. Just out of curiosity, how much did I derp on the water? We have 17,769. That might have been a derp. I should probably shut all of those down. Or I guess the other option is to see if I can actually trade them. Oh, water is a trade good. Why don't we put 500 in there? Okay, I'm gonna have to think of that one, trading water. Well, I guess in our modern world we sell bottled water, so... Okay, last industry trade port, or the second one. Oh, I was hoping that boat was gonna go to the trade port. Oh well, okay, so we put 5 in. And let's see if I can remember the inventory here. 800 firewood. 100 furniture. 100 linen, clothing. 600 perfume. And wool coats. And for purchase, we'll go same thing as the previous one, so 2,000 logs and 100 stone. Okay, now let's just, the first one that came up, yeah, we're actually getting stuff in there. Slowly though, so maybe we'll crank it up to 8. This hopefully is a test, or this is a test, hopefully that's something that'll save us, so let's give it every advantage. Well, more food diversity would probably be good. What do we have? For example, do we have peas? Does not look like it. Okay, some prioritization. I think let's do this school here. Yeah, maybe while we're here, we'll shut a few more of these down too. Yeah, okay, so the Farmer College, it takes 80 students rather than 25, and it's a fairly cheap upgrade. 55 stone, 55 lumber, and 2 building supplies. It doesn't even use logs, so I guess it uses the lumber. Our domesticated animals that we purchased. Oh, that's cool, okay. So we now have 12 of those working. 13 it looks like, almost. Okay, I'm going to add a few more builders, try and speed some of the things up. But I want to make sure we keep over 100 laborers, especially it's autumn. Okay, they have a food dock. You know what? I remember those chicken coops, so let's do a one-time order. And where the heck is it? Eggs is what we want. That'll bring up the chicken coops. Eggs. Okay, just wants eggs. Come on, traders. Go to some dog. And good thing those two original industry suppliers are working. Wow, we're over 500 logs. Wow. We have 300 iron, so we won't buy any of that. Okay, let's check up here. We had another school, I think, that we were upgrading. Yeah, was there another one? Okay, now let's go back in here. So, like I say, if these industry trading ports don't attract traders and we can't get logs that way, I don't know. We're going to have to discuss whether we restart the series, because I don't really want to build, you know, another 6 forest nodes off to the side somewhere just to get logs. Okay. Yeah, if we look at our forest node over here, our original one, looks pretty barren in the wintertime because of all the logging we're doing, constant logging. Yeah. Okay, here comes another boat. Come on, come on, come on. Ah. This is making me sad. Just looking for eggs, I don't see any. Goat's milk, though. Probably nutritious and delicious. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah! Victory. Oh, good. Awesome. That is awesome. Now, what can I order? I wanted, what was it, logs and stone, right? Wow, that's awesome. That makes me extremely happy. Definitely some different items. I think that updated megamod might have a lot more options, which is kind of cool because it was already a pretty massive mod. So, all right, quit babbling. Send you on your way. Come back soon with logs. That's awesome. At least one of these is working. That was the bottom one, I think. That was the original one that came up. Ah, that's really good news. Okay, more wool production. Okay, let's do... We were prioritizing this farmer's college, but let's kind of do a cheeky one and get those the glass greenhouses too. Short on lumber, it says. Okay, we're over 1,500 logs for the moment. These guys are all making lumber, and this gray guy's making lumber. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited, man. That's the first bit of good news we've had since I stopped taking nomads. Well, firewood, I set the fuel limit at 10,000. We're almost at it. We're up around 9,000. Of course, it's winter. Usage will go up. 233,000 food, 2,400 tools, 400 iron, but only 72 coats, so we're gonna have to really crank on that wool production. Actually, while I think of that, let's have a quick look. And we have 645 linen. And wool, we have only 342, so I think we'll hold off on building in more tailors till a few more of those wool pens come up. And it'd actually be nice to get some, I keep saying I'd build pastures, right? It'd be nice to get some sheep in pastures and try out that new mod for the more robust pastures. In the past, I've been reluctant to build pastures because you don't really get much out of them for the size. But maybe with that mod that was on the Black Liquid site, they might be more useful. Company merchant. There's a little bit of lamp oil. Yeah, why don't we buy that? So, I don't know, we'll say 40 for perfume. Yeah. Okay, so we really need lamp oil for the mine upgrades, and later I want to build some tin production, so let's get this guy. I might have gone past it already. And we can order tools here off this guy too. So why don't we say flour? Flax, just in case we get low. What I'm really looking for is lamp oil. And I've probably gone past it. Arg. Okay, I'm just gonna pause so you don't have to watch this painful process. Okay, we found lamp oil. I also noticed in here you can order chicken McNuggets too, which, you know, that's kind of cool. I think the other thing maybe, let's order carbon steel tools, because they're cool. But also just in case we get into a tool spiral, that could save us. Alright, you can go. And looks like there's about 200 furniture, so our joiners are keeping up, so let's add some furniture in there. Coats still aren't great, so I'll leave that alone. Okay, I think I'll do a save in case I do something stupid. And I forgot to check the time when I started the episode, so I think I'm gonna go a little bit longer here. I really would like to see if this second trading port gets any customers. Yeah, we got trade goods. How's our flour inventory doing? I noticed it was decreasing. Yeah, so it was over 15,000. We're down to around 12,000. Have to keep an eye on that one. Okay, we're waiting for building supplies. Interesting. So our auto purchases are set for 6 construction. Let's up that to 12. Yeah, this guy as well too. Yeah, I don't even see building supplies in the list here. Oh, there we are, 0. Out of curiosity, homewares. Are 29. Okay, so we're not going to be building any country houses. Okay, that's going to be a bit of an issue for our school upgrades here. So maybe if we get some more traders up in the trading ports, we can ask for some building supplies as well too. There's different types of cows I noticed. I've never really played around with the animals that much. It might be interesting to try all the different types of cattle and see what the differences are. Ah, this is the top merchant. Awesome, that means that they're both working so far. Wow, okay. That means we can keep going with this series anyways. Unless I cause some more bugs by the upgrades and patches and stuff, or mods. Okay, building supplies, log, and stone. Do you have anything interesting? Oh, you had some logs, which we would have bought. Okay, thank you. Good stuff. Okay, I guess prioritizing the farmer's college makes no sense. Probably why this storage warehouses, yeah, that needs building supplies too. So, let's prioritize our greenhouses. Yeah, probably the issue there is glass production. Okay. We'll try those once these 4 come up. We'll try these greenhouses and watch the production and decide which way to go, because I do want to add more greenhouses. I mean, our food is really good right now, but we're adding houses and that'll cause a problem, so I really don't want to get back into a death spiral again. That was kind of uncomfortable. Okay, greengrocer, do you have any eggs? You do not. Up to 1,419 people. 99% clothed, 98% educated. Oh, there's one of our greenhouses. What will they make? All kinds of different stuff. Okay, it looks like we can grow stuff that we don't have seeds for. So I'll maybe make a house rule that I can only grow in here what we already have seeds for. Oh, look at that. Peanuts, peas, rice. Well, I know we have blueberries through the gatherers, so... And I think that's something we can as well, too, so... And I like blueberries, so let's give that a roll. And where was this guy? Homewares. I have to remind myself, if I see somebody with extra building supplies and we have trade goods, I'm going to buy them. Okay, stuff is getting built because we're down to requirement for 189 builders from, I think it was 373 or something. Ridiculous. Okay, tools is at the max, that's pretty cool. Oh, ooh, decision time. 159. Well, let's see. Let's have a look at our graphs. Food is still on the rise, trending upwards, but we haven't built a lot of new food production. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna say no. Try and learn my lesson here, but I'm gonna be really tempted next time they come. Okay, sorry guys. I think that was probably the, what do they say, discretion is a better part of valor or something, but I don't know. I did say last episode we're gonna try sane growth, so I'm probably gonna regret not taking them. Let's see how she goes here. Our herbs are really low, just noticed that. I guess we only have one herbalist working. Maybe we should put another one in. Where are those guys here? That's kind of huge. Let's put a little guy in and see how that does. Okay, another greenhouse came up. Let's stick with blueberries for now. Well, so this episode I was supposed to be upgrading the schools, but I ran out of building supplies. But the great news is these trading ports work. So these ones are called industry suppliers. Oh, there's some extra building supplies. Only 3, but it's something. Okay, my math is going to be a bit stretched here, so let's try 26 just as a wild guess. 27. Not super efficient, but we can buy 2 iron. Okay, so we're set to purchase 12, and we just bought 3, so to my way of thinking, we can prioritize the school and maybe get some results here. Yeah, I was gonna check this town tithe barn. Okay, so we emptied this entire storage barn. This guy was at like about 7% or something, so the storage barn filled up, say, roughly a quarter of this thing, so it's worth 4 storage barns. Tons of tomatoes and tons of water. I think that was a good build, that guy. Okay, we have a trader. Aha! This is making me happy. And it's one that we've already set up, but let's add building supplies to this guy. Okay, stone's good, so thank you. Good, okay, so those are definitely working. I think I'm gonna leave these ones in here just for a little while longer. Just out of curiosity if they ever start working, but I'm betting not. Okay, come on, college. All the kids standing around the well. Go to school. And I guess you gotta build the school. I think I'm gonna add some more of these wool pens. They won't build until the domesticated animals are trained, but might as well keep that rolling. Become a wool coat tycoon. Okay, there's another greenhouse. Stick with the blueberry theme. And we're actually at our 10,000 fuel limit. I'm liking that. Now one thing I'm a bit scared to check is our storage down here. I guess the tithe barn's taken it all. Anything in here? Nope. Interesting. Okay. So we bought 15 building supplies, no idea where they went. Maybe to country houses. Don't seem to be going to our colleges. Well, we can't have an episode without some kind of problem. But let's just do a summary here. So we're almost 2,000 logs. So those two industry ports are having an impact already. Over 1,000 stone, that's more robust. 846 on the iron. 2,400 tools. Almost 10,000 or 10,000 fuel. Over 200,000 food. Short on lumber and building supplies. Some of these traders, I wish there was a button for never come back. I don't want to buy coats, I want to sell coats. If I could make the coats. Now we have over 300 coats. Furniture's actually doing pretty good now that we have a log supply too. Now, this is something I've never, the trade versions of the animals. I assume you grow them in a regular pasture and use them as trade goods, so if we get that far along, and I keep threatening to build pastures, but... Oh, there's one farmer college, a tiny herbalist. Let's put 2 people in that. Okay, so this farmer's college has got 2 building supplies. So we can prioritize that one. Okay, maybe once this comes up and we transfer the students. Like I said, I didn't note the start time on this, so don't know if this is going to be running too long, but it is what it is. 3 more traders coming in, that's pretty cool. Okay, we got a trader. This is the new ports. One that we've given orders to, and they've got 18 building supplies. Can we buy all of those? If I could do math, I would be much happier. Overpaying by 6, that's close enough, and we've got 18 building supplies. Now this guy's probably, I don't think I set these up to auto purchase, so let's make that. Let's go 12. Now we'll get some funny stuff because we haven't set up all the suppliers, but we'll live a little. Okay, you can go away. Okay, I did say, come on, this. When this comes up, we'll deal with that, and if there's anything at the docks, we'll deal with that. Then we'll call it an episode. Quite happy I didn't kill anybody that I noticed this episode. Okay, let's empty you out. And back down the school teacher. Okay, and there is a boat. And nothing special there. Okay, so we've gone all of last episode and all of this episode with these guys not working. So I think it's time to say goodbye. I was going to leave them longer, but when I think about it, that's enough time. So let's get the process of getting rid of those. Now, these new are different ones we found. These guys. I think they're... Yeah, they're a bit bigger, so I might have to do a little bit of terrain flattening work to get these in there. But I think for now, between the two industry suppliers that are working and the two trade ports that are working, these haven't fully kicked in yet either because we haven't set up all the traders and stuff like that. So 4 is probably going to be good for a while. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just nuke these two suppliers. I won't worry about jamming in 2 more industry ports for now. And maybe we can concentrate once I want to continue the school upgrades, but once that's done, let's concentrate on next episode on our expansion into this area. And I really want to get into this lake. I've been saying that for a while. So also while we're here, yeah, the other thing I want to do is expand up this way. How's our candle maker doing? 84 last year. Maybe build some more apiaries there. Okay, well, there we are. That was episode 12. With some good news for a change. Episode 12 of Banished Megamod 9. Now the latest version of Megamod. Once I sorted myself out. And I've been Derpy Moose 99. Thank you very much.